They say that sharing your testimony helps other people. And so I would love to just take this opportunity to share with you about my testimony. At the age of 15 years old, I can remember playing with Barbie dolls, Cabbage Patches, having a playroom, living an innocent life of just being a child. And I also remember at the age of 15, I ended up finding someone in my very own church who didn't have the best of intentions towards me. One day, I experienced a violation towards me. This particular gentleman came and took advantage of me, took advantage of my innocence. I was scared. I didn't know who to turn to, who to speak to, who would believe me, who would I share this violation that was done to me. You could imagine being 15 years old, being surrounded around friends, family, and keeping this secret that you couldn't share with anyone. Soon enough, I noticed that I was missing my monthly, and I went and spoke to my mom and shared with her about the fact that I was feeling weird and just not normal. So imagine at 15 years old, being pregnant, scared, being told constantly from everyone I encountered, whether it was family, people in the church, friends, that I wasn't gonna make it, that I was gonna fail at everything, that I wasn't gonna be able to finish school, that a child would just be the end of my life. Despite being pregnant, everyone was telling me to abort my son. They told me that that would be the best thing for me so that I could be able to enjoy my life and be able to experience everything that I wouldn't be able to experience if I had my child. And so I fought for my son. I decided that no matter what anyone told me, I was gonna still have him because he was innocent. There was no reason why he should not have the opportunity to live. And so I started my journey of being a teenage pregnant mom. I can say that I went through 9 months and it wasn't easy. I had no idea what was going on in my body. I didn't have many people educating me or just walking beside me. I was now a single teenage mom raising up this beautiful, beautiful son that God had gifted me with. How could there be anything possibly good from this all? Because being a teenage mom is not easy, but that it was possible. One of my jobs was at a pro-life doctor's office, a pregnancy center in Orlando. And so the doctor told her about me and they offered me a position working as a center director. There were teenage moms there. There were people who felt hopeless, who felt abandoned, single moms, people who had secrets within them that couldn't share, much like me. They didn't have an outlet. Here I was, having the opportunity to work in the center to help so many families. God was waking me up at 3 in the morning. It was for over a month. Now, 3 in the morning is something normal for me, waking up and praying and interceding for other people. But this time it was different. I started writing down all of these things to do in a pregnancy center, thinking that all these things he was telling me was for the center that I was running. And when I finally took the moment to just stay quiet and listen to God for once, just listen, just stay there in that quiet moment, I remember God telling me, Yvette, I never said that it was for the center you're running. It's for the center that I'm giving you. And so honestly, my reaction to God telling me that, I was not jumping for joy. I actually told him no. I told him no, I don't feel equipped, I don't feel called. And then one day, I remember a volunteer of mine walked into my office and she told me, Yvette, did you hear? And I asked her what? There's an abortion facility that just moved in to our neighborhood in Kissimmee, Florida. Right there at that moment was when I realized that is why there was such an urgency from God for me to open up this center in my own community. I decided to let go of everything, a paying job, security, let it all go and take the biggest leap of faith I've ever taken in my life. So during my time of leaving my job and waiting on the Lord, it became a desert experience. It was the time when I didn't even hear from God anymore. He just stood silent, and I didn't understand that. God, why? Out of all times are you staying quiet when I need you to instruct me how to go about this? I just took the biggest jump of faith to leave my job to open up a center. And so there was a pastor in the community who had found out about me. Someone had told him about Beyond Pregnancy Care. This pastor had a smile from ear to ear. He looked very much like a little kid who just got a gift on his birthday, and they were eager to open it up and to see what was inside of it. He asked me to share my testimony. I shared my testimony with him. And then, after I shared my testimony, he told me, I have been waiting for you for 10 years. Pastor William Kenna of Faith Harvest shared his testimony with me. He was given a house right on his premises of his land. And this home, God had told him that it was supposed to be a pregnancy crisis center for moms who were experiencing pregnancy unplanned and were considering abortion. And what was amazing was one Tuesday he told me, hey, meet me at City Hall. And when I went to City Hall with him, I saw him sign the documentations to make that home property where we can actually open up a center. He wanted to make sure that the center was done with excellence and that it was something beautiful to walk into so that our clients can experience God's presence and love there. So we gutted the house from scratch. We rebuilt it. And what was so special was that it was a house. And I really wanted the clients to be able to walk into a place where they felt like they were family and that they were coming home. That feeling is exactly what I wanted every client to feel. And so Beyond Pregnancy Care was ready to launch out its grand opening at our new location. And I can imagine God was smiling at heaven. First, because I chose life for him. Second, because I beat all the obstacles despite what everyone was telling me. And then third, because God was in heaven and he was saying, Yvette, March 16th, 2019, you will birth again. But this time you will birth a place where you will help many people who have faced the same obstacles, the same decision to not abort but choose life. God knew that. And so the Lord gave me the name Beyond Pregnancy Care for my center because he gave me the verse where it says he will do exceedingly, abundantly, and beyond all we could ever hope and ask for. That's exactly what he's done for me in my life. Thank you.